Like any country, to understand its political climate, it's essential to be informed on past events that contributed to the modern political scheme. Today, we'll be talking about events that have contributed to Libya's current politics. Let's take a look at a few critical events. In 1988, 259 passengers are killed in the explosion of Pan Am Flight 103. Although it was originally thought to be a mechanical mistake, as investigations began, evidence surfaced that it was a bomb. Al-Megrahi and FEMA are suspected of the crime, and the US and UN imposed sanctions on air travel and weapon sales to Libya, due to Libya not wanting the suspects to be tried in the Scottish court. Eventually, they are tried in the Netherlands by the UN. It was an event that led to the international intervention in Libya, including intervention on the lives of Libyan citizens. 1996. The Abu Salim shooting, in which 1,200 people in the Abu Salim prison were shot with Gaddafi's permission. The end of Gaddafi's regime fractured a security structure that had brought some stability to Libya. The central problem for state building in Libya was the need for a centralized army that answered to civilian leaders and government. A rebel leadership council struggled to impose order. In 2014, the Libyan civil war officially starts. The lack of consensus by political actors and their inability to resolve regional differences through peaceful national dialogue resulted in civil wars post-Gaddafi. According to the Washington Post, the actors in Libya's toxic mix of conflicts include a plethora of largely autonomous local militias, a variety of jihadi groups, and regional powers backing their preferred Libyan clients. The Western states were looking to support these rebel forces against Gaddafi, and thus had military advisors in Libya aiding the rebels. Post-Gaddafi, the new government tried to find ways to give the militias some representation so that they would not resort to violence. However, there were some government actions that represented the General National Congress and the Islamists. This action unintentionally helped the militias to grow and continue to cause chaos. In 2017, executive and legislative elections were planned to be held in February. Unfortunately, due to Libya's political unrest, they had to be postponed until further notice. Although Libya has had some rocky years, during these times of resistance, the Libyan art scene has continued to flourish. In 1991, Ali Omar Hermez creates his iconic Kaf, the power of expression. The Abu Salim shooting was followed by street art that dealt with Gaddafi's violent tendencies and rallied people to come together in resistance. Under Gaddafi's dictatorship, painting subversive graffiti was a punishable crime. After the fall of Gaddafi, Libyans flooded the streets with caricatures of Gaddafi and anti-regime graffiti throughout Benghazi. In 2012, Najla El Agheli funds the Noon Art Projects, an art foundation dedicated to fostering Libya's art scene post-revolution. In 2015, Taco Barnosa funds the Warrick Art Foundation, a platform where people can meet, exchange ideas, and create art projects. With all this information, you're probably wondering why this is so important. Before the revolution, street art and other art making was generally done by individuals. After the revolution, it began to revolve around the community. Also, with the end of the regime, cultural artifacts were able to be conserved properly. Like every piece of Libyan art, each person in Libya has an individual story. Creativity is essential to change, and by choosing art as a form of resistance, it is also a form of therapy with positive benefits that can bring communities together to heal.